Good morning, Turtle Club. It is right up 7 a.m. Friday morning, and we finally got a lot of our adulting out of the way. It took some time, but we are finally able to get some gaming in and get some streaming in, and we are really excited about that. Friday is Fortnite Friday. We are back to playing Save the World. It's been a very long time. We're using a different mic loadout. We don't know exactly how well it's going to work. Um, Part of some of the adulting has been moving some things around, so we'll see how that goes. So we got there we go. Got the mix going there. Everything looks good on the audio mic. Oh, we have hit the end of our founders rewards. All right, so one thing we've been doing, so we've been able to play like a mission here, a mission there on Fortnite. It's not been the best. Hey Ryan, it's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. Welcome back to the stream. So we've not been able to play a whole lot. Every so often we've been able to get in privacy friends. Let's get that good, cool, and see what our daily quests are real quick. Anything important? All right, so we've been able to get some stuff in though. Every so often you can see. I mean, every day you get a new daily quest. We got one that's hardly even touched. Well, not completed rather. We have two of them that have queued up. We just haven't been able to really grind in this game the way we would like to. Now, one thing that's happened is the new Venture Zones popped up, and last time we streamed, we were showing what the old ventures were. And again, it's been a couple of weeks. We had some responsibility stuff we had to do. Took out dig right out tour folks and stuff. So there's been a few quests we've completed. And what we're going to really focus on today is two things. One, we're going to show you with minor amount of grinding, and I really mean that. It's been super minor. We've only been able to do maybe in the last 2 to 3 weeks a quest, two quests per day. Like one day was able to do like three or four, so we were able to get all the Fortnite stuff done, but hardly outside of that able to do a lot of grinding. We did get a chance to play with some Turtle Club members one Saturday night, Sunday morning before our internet took a nosedive. So we've got a little bit of questing done. Today we're going to do two things. One, we're going to go over the three new mission types that have popped up since we last were heavily playing Fortnite, and we're also going to be playing the two new quests that are part of this venture zone, and so everybody can get an idea of how all that goes. Most of these can be soloed, and I say that, and they're pretty rough to solo, but we're going to solo them and do what we can for it. But the first thing we're going to do is, again, very minor, very minor. We did like the intro stuff for the dungeons. We did the Fort Nightmares quest. The one thing we haven't done is we haven't opened up any of the llamas that we've gotten from all of this. So daily llamas here. We got ranged llama. We have no desire for that. We've got upgrade llama. Nothing to do that. We're gonna check the loot. Supposedly the loot gets updated every week on Fridays, and this is Friday, so tonight we'll have some new stuff in the loot. We've already bought the two characters that we've gotten so far, and we still got like 6,000 gold. So gold is pretty plentiful during the Fortnite stuff, and again, we've barely been grinding on this stuff. And I want to stress that as we show what's on the loot tab. And holy Frito chili cheese pies, guys! Look at all the stuff we have accessible here. We have two legendary troll llamas, which we got from the venture questing. We got 9 mini llamas that we've gotten from mission alerts. We have enough of this Halloween candy to get a truckload of Fortnite llamas. So we're going to first, and then all of our daily stuff that we've been getting. So we're going to first start with this and see what we get here. I guess it's a floor trap versus a ceiling trap. So we'll do 4. Yeah, okay, that was a 4 trap. Okay. And we definitely want to make sure that because we're going to be getting so much stuff out of these other llamas, we're going to do the recycle option. Because anything here that is not a hero and is not at least epic or higher, we're going to auto recycle. Look at all that candy we just got for opening all those too. And we do this mainly for our sanity. Most of these things we've gotten to, we're only midway through in the game, right? So if we stop at epic, we'll have, you know, a few things. So clear all that. 39 things we're recycling. We still have 5 upgrade llamas to open. We'll just open those because goodness, so much stuff to open. And again, this is just from passively going through stuff, daily rewards and all that. All right, so that's all of the stuff that we got there. Next is going to be our mini reward llamas. We'll go ahead and bulk that. This is something that has been added, the bulk opening. We are really happy that's a thing now. We've got some gold, all that gold. Some wall stuff. Oh, don't worry, Berryfire. We've welcome back, man. We've not been able to stream for a while. We are currently living that bachelor life while Digrat's taking care of her folks. So there's a lot of things that Digrat does as part of this household that we've had to actually do ourselves. So we've not been able to stream a lot either. So it's all good, man. You've been missed, but we weren't here. I guess the best way to say it. Open these 2 llamas. We're going to do another floor trap. Oh, shotgun or pistol. Pistol. Alright. Ooh, vacuum tube or tiny instrument of death. Tiny instrument of death sounds good. It's like basically the noisy cricket from Men in Black. Alright, so I don't know if that's something that we need to worry about. I don't actually like the distance spitter, so we're going to get rid of it. And this is not even counting the Fortnite Mares. Oh, we get 500 candy on both of those. One will be collected. So one of these things, there we go, the piston spitter, got put in the collection book. So, wow. Do you have any Nocturnos or Gravediggers? Yeah, Berryfire, I've actually got both of those. Nocturno for being a founder and Gravedigger. I actually unlocked Gravedigger in 2017 when I first started playing this game. So, wow, we can only open... Look at that. We have so much candy, it won't even let us buy all the llamas. Alright, so... It doesn't matter which one of these get. We're going to be booking whichever it is. So we'll just get Sarah. Actually, I'm not 100% sure we don't have Ramirez booked. So we'll go and get her. Alright. That we definitely... If it's got an own 3, we can absolutely recycle it. Brood Slicer, Midnight Stalker. Those are purple survivors. We can sort of keep those, I guess. Castructor Penny. You can recycle her. On 2. That's the one we just got, though. Is that multiple Beetle Jesses in the same pack? It is. Deadeye. Alright. Hazard, we want to make sure. We'll be taking care of all of our duplicate heroes in just a second. I'm pretty sure we already got that Quinn. Man, we're going to have so many. Yeah, we got the Nocturnos and the Grandeur. We also have the Masume. Uh, it's pretty good too. Nocturno is kind of my go-to assault weapon. I like it in Buzz Cut for a lot of good reasons for assaults. 3 will be collected. That works for me.
Got my funny bone.
Pop another 10 of those. Oh, did we get... We just got... Oh, wow. I think we just got book bugged. Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with me, Berryfire. I had stopped playing it. Gosh, it was 2018 spring, and it just got so bad with how they were doing stuff. And like Digrat and Alienated, when they did the first overhaul for a lot of the stuff, we were just done. We were like, okay, this is it. We have no desire to keep going with this, and so we just gave up. But it's fun. There's been a lot of real good quality of life stuff that was changed. There's been some new missions that have been added. There's been some new husks that have been added. Mythic actually, they went back on their promise to make it free to play, which I'm torn on that. They've made it super cheap now. Anybody can get it for $15.99 with a hero and a weapon that's been reskinned from an actual good hero and a good weapon. And I'm torn on it because with it no longer being free to play, it means that we won't be able to play with as many people in the Turtle Club as we would like to. But it also means that the number of scammers that are doing free to play are going to be less than what they would have been. We already know that we had one of those. And that's been kind of a problem that we've been able to avoid is what's called scamwood these days. Stonewood is, unfortunately, there's a lot of people there that aren't looking out for their fellow person. Alright, schematics. Let's just do this. Grab all these. I don't know how these got in there. Duplications. There's a sniper rifle. Oh, that's actually rather nice. But I'm not too sure on the perks. We'll have to take a look what other kind of core perks we can do with it. Alright, schematics. We go through and sort our guns by name. And if there's a duplicate, we get rid of it. Current health, bonus damage. So we like the bonus damage. That's actually bonus damage on both. And it's an assault weapon. We really don't want to impact with assault weapons. Alright, just go ahead and confirm those recycles. A big perk up for the book. Nice. Alright, Founder's weapons we can't do anything with. Yeah, there's our Gravedigger. We use it for lobby kind of stuff. There's our Jacko launcher. We still haven't leveled it up. We just need to one of these days. There's our Sunsetter. There is a purple Sunsetter, which we don't need. As far as Nocturno goes, since you're asking about that, there's our Nocturno. And we haven't really perked it well, and we're using it for stuff that we're not using the Gravedigger for, mainly. Melee weapons, we can go ahead and recycle that. Cycle Pulverizer. And then Trap Schematics. We did have a Legendary Broadside. Cool. Hey, we finally got us a Legendary Floor Launcher. Nice. We can collect that one and level up that one. That we're going to keep because we definitely need the 2 different reload times. And what's that? Damage crit durability. Okay, so we want the durability. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Very Fire. It's taken us a very long time of originally gaming to get some stuff as far as our schematics go. Let's go over here to all these guys. Mainly, I don't want to see the exclamation points unless it's actually something that I've gotten new, so I try to avoid that. Get rid of all those. These I usually spend some time comparing and getting rid of later. I go pretty deep in the tank on those. Alright, soldier time. And sort these by name. Alright, we got a Brainiac Jonesy to retire. We're going to be upping traps later today, so... Oh, is that our first Centurion Hawk? What's your bonus there? Nice. Okay. Retire that. Ramirez. Rescue Trooper we can retire. And that's a Shock Trooper. Oh, so many headhunters. Trooper Jonesy. Looking good there. Let's go check a look at our instructors. Base Kyle, wow. One of these days I'll get up to Legendary. I'll feel better about that. Sentinel Hide. Penny is a duplicate as well. So far, not much on the duplication on the heroes until we get to stuff like this. Alright. Deadlock Mari still coming up all the time. Energy Thief. Energy Thief was actually used to be really, really good for some builds, and then she kind of fell out of favor. I'm not sure what caused it, but I didn't get to, play through all the different meta shifts. I thought we had a Legendary Llamas already. Alright, so just our Outlanders, retire Beetlejuice, Pathfinder. Pathfinder used to be one of the best ones also until they did the overhaul. Ranger Deadeye. Recon Scout. And technically Recon Scout AC and Recon Scout Eagle Eye are the same. I just keep them because some people like to be able to choose between 2 different skins, Alright. And that cleans up all that, and we're back to square one. Cool. And that's one of the reasons why I usually like to open llamas as I get them, because that takes a little bit of time to do. But now that we got all that out of the way, we can now start looking at a few things real quick. We've already done the Fortnite quest. Tonight at I want to say it's 5 Eastern or 8 Eastern, something like that, there is a new quest being added. It's going to be to get the Outlander Willow. So there will be some additional quest stuff there. So like where you have Fortnite Mares and you have Venture Hexylvania and you got dungeons, there should be a fourth one being added. So we're gonna go hit up the main for a second, because again, part of what we're gonna be doing today is going over the 3 new quests that have been added since we last streamed the game. Those are eliminate and collect, refuel the home base, and resupply. So resupply is one that when I first saw it, and we're just going to fire this bad boy up. When I first saw resupply, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, because it sounded like you're just going to go in and just play for 10 minutes and get stuff. And then the gamer brain in me, the actual game design brain in me said, no, wait a second, Mag. You can't be doing that because it's going to break stuff. So we're going to go take off our little bush manual so you can see who we're using when we go into these missions. So this is Julie Teacup. She's our Outlander. She's got a really, really insane loadout that we're still trying to make more insane. But look, smash and grab, look out for loot, watch out for the storm. Seems really straightforward, really easy, really simple. Except that it isn't. And once we load in and we get Ray talking to us, we'll be able to see exactly why. But this particular mission requires people to be very selective about how they go after certain things. And that's sort of the biggie here is the way that goes. All right.
Time for a little R&R. Ransacking and resupplying. If you need it, grab it.
So you'll notice right away
You've got 10 minutes to grab anything you
we
need.
have a
But
few
watch
things
out,
that come
the
in.
storm's closing in. You'll take damage in the storm, so stay moving and watch your map.
I don't know why we're doing that, because the time is
Bonus
big
objectives
of
are in
the
play.
essence thing. So harvest vehicles 15. We actually got pretty good because we spawned near the vehicles. In these missions, you're going to actually be required to harvest somewhere in the ballpark of 50 to 60 different things, and it'll vary. I like the Outlander for a lot of reasons for these missions. They do the extra pickaxe damage typically if you build them a certain way. Harvest Outlander. They do have other ways to do extra damage if you need to. You may notice that I'm actually using my dash to get from item to item, because the one thing when you're soloing this particular mission is that time is super of the essence. It doesn't seem that way at first. When you first get in here, you're like, oh, I got all the time in the world. I can do all this that I need to do. And you would be mostly right if you have like 2 people in, maybe 3 possibly. But as we have mentioned before, a lot of times we don't trust people all the time because we don't know what their problem is. We don't know what their deal is. We don't know what their actual requirements are. The next thing that we have to do is these supply crates. You know, some people may be in here not to actually complete the mission. They just may be in here to get some rocks and some wood and the like. Speaking of rocks and wood, we are in a real good place to start getting all those. And we're just going to throw a teddy bear down, just so these guys will just stop messing with us. Anything that you're able to activate to actually search for items in when you're in this mission, no matter where it is, no matter what you think, you absolutely want to be hitting all of them that you can. And we're not hitting these llamas because We don't need the loot from them per se. What we do need, though, is we need the shards. So we have our cooldown always up. And again, we use distant heavy to basically keep things off of us. Here comes the other thing that we were going to mention as soon as it became relevant, is the storm. Storm's not a big hassle for the most part. Oh, we already got the trees out of the way, so we got super distracted by our own talk. Okay. And you'll notice we're not exactly halfway through. We are quite considerably not anywhere near the halfway mark. If you're keeping score, there's the couple of the dudes we actually took out earlier. Go ahead and loot their stuff off the ground. So all we need now is just to get these crates. And these crates are largely found on the outside of the world. And by that I mean these, oh, right here. See this? Look at this. They're scattered heavily on most maps right on the edge, right on the borders. We're going to do everything we can to get all these as quickly as we can. Again, this is one of 3 new missions that we have discovered since playing forever ago. So you can see we are, you know, again, we're solo play, and we're taking not exactly what I'd call a leisurely pace.
Sorry.
But you know, we're able to get a considerable amount of stuff. Now, when you do find a location like this where everything's lootable, it works out pretty good. And you definitely want to be able to know by a glance what is lootable and what's not. And if you're an Outlander, I'll tell you, one of the things you can do is hit yourself to where you're in the zone, and you'll be able to start seeing some stuff. And don't be afraid to take some damage. I mean, your shield will absolutely protect you from a lot of things. Did we have some nice loot? Alright. Because you can take some hit stun in a little bit and get through some zones. That's funny. That's not as funny. The storm coming from us is pretty nasty. I definitely didn't want to find an encampment. Oh, these are sometimes searchable. Pretty good. When you bought the game, you actually thought it was Fortnite with zombies? You know, a lot of people, you know, when they bought the game originally, they weren't exactly sure what they entirely were getting. I'm one of those people that many people in Turtle Club know that I will absolutely research the snot out of stuff. The big thing that I was trying to find when I found this game, though, wasn't a battle royale game or anything like that. What it was is that Diggerite and I were just looking for something that we could both play together. that was cross-platform between console and PC. And we found this, and it's actually pretty good. See, there's some stuff that they did with the Nocturno that I don't like. It's got a bug. But we've completed the goal. We've completed the objective. So now all you have to do now is you can get the bonus objectives if you want.
2 minutes left. Keep an eye on your objectives.
But I usually just go through and try to harvest some stuff.
And get ready to run.
And these little launchers here, I actually like them. And it's going to be really weird when I say why I like them, but it's because of the materials you can harvest from them. I'm just going to miss those. Okay, it's fine. So we're at 13 out of 20. These things are here, reward prizes at 10 and 20. And if you're doing venture zones, they are super important to get to and actually use. They're worth the durability loss on whatever your primary assault weapon of choice is, or even your pistol if you're a pistol player. Because you'll notice we got all sorts of really good stuff out of that. And some of it is, you know, stuff we can just recycle even. Alright, for recycling those. I've done this in a while, as you can tell. Alright. CSGO aim. You know, I'm not too bad with the assault weapons. I've gotten a lot of practice as of late, so I'm getting better with them. It really helps that the bullet drop's not really a huge thing in this game too, because the way that works is rather good. Of course, we came in here mainly to show off what the mission was. Our loot rewards are bad. We didn't do anything except for what the mission asked us. But when you're doing questing, when you're doing venture zones, or you're just going in for the daily reward, that's all that's really important, is just the getting it done. Because, I mean, it's pretty pitiful, dude. But it was, you know, for what we were looking for, pretty good. So that's the first mission, is the resupply mission. It's one that it's the little square box. I'm not really too keen on it. Like I said, if you really desperately need wood and stone and metal, and you have a couple people you don't mind going in with, it's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. The next one is the eliminate and collect. This one's a little harder to do with soloing, but we're going to go ahead and lock in and take a look. We're also going to run the Outlander for this, and this is mainly because our Outlander build that we have, Jilly Teacup, is all about throwing all of the teddy bears on the ground that she can. And so her DPS actually isn't horrible. And it's really easy to do this one. All you have to do is eliminate and collect. Kill the storm creeps, kill all the husks, get the samples. You got 10 minutes to run around just shooting everything. It sounds like it'd be super easy to get just amazing stats on this as a solo player, and you wouldn't be incorrect if it wasn't for the fact that they're not really going to give you a lot of options to just cluster them all up. So with the teddy bear build that I've got, you should rename your base after a JoJo reference. Oh, Digrat's base is actually called Team Rocket's Hideout, which Alienated and I are both super envious of. We should have thought about that ourselves.
Oh boy, a weapon! We've got an opportunity to strike an approaching horde. Get ready for a fight.
Oh, so we're already up to.
10 minutes to take out as many husks as possible.
We already got a pretty
If you
good full
bag
start
enough
here.
husks, we win. If you don't, we don't. Don't forget to collect those husk and mist monster samples. Strike hard, strike fast, strike fear into the heart of the
All right,
horde.
so
Don't forget, the storm is closing in, so watch the map. Bonus objectives are in play.
pick up the nurse. Up another teddy bear. The fact that we're getting travelers and stragglers is really good for this mission. You notice it's just 200. All we gotta do is 200 husks. Once we've eliminated those, we should be good. Samples takes 20, and we're already well on our way to getting the 20 samples. Alright, and the teddy bear. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better loadout on this, because, oh my gosh. Alright. So all we do basically for this mission is we look for survivors that are in danger. We pick off anybody that basically stands in our way. And we do really bad about pro jumps. Ooh, but we're going to be so good with that. Is that Warudo? Haha. You know, I really like the whole JoJo series. It's interesting. But as great as the anime is, the manga is so infinitely better, though. And it's not so much the translation or the Americanization of the manga that I like so much, but I really like the fan scanslation, because they typically have side notes for all the little interesting nuances in the Japanese language. Alright, these guys, we just need one more sample and we're done with samples. Awesome. Alright, no more samples needed. So here's the other thing that we really like about these is, especially with the teddy bear build we're using, is as long as we get good things going on here, we can take these encampments up pretty quickly. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Look at all that. Y'all like bears. You heard my southern teddy bear. He don't like the. He don't like you.
Our husks are such boneheads.
Favorite anime, Seven Deadly Sins? You know, Seven Deadly Sins is pretty cool. It's got a lot of interesting stuff to it. The religious overtones that it has, or it's not really religious overtones, right? So Seven Deadly Sins uses a lot of like Christian writings and whatnot, but they don't. Oh, here we go. This is why this mission actually is not that hard to do, because you'll see these clusters like this just come out of nowhere. What gets problematic is if you do wind up getting some mist monsters and you're not really leveled for the level, it'll actually be pretty difficult. So now we're...
Sorry, can't.
Teddy bear's gone. Teddy bear's up. Boku no Hero. Oh, My Hero Academia is great. I like My Hero Academia. The latest anime that I just watched. Oh gosh, what was it? Because I watch a lot of different kind of anime. I was watching One Piece on Netflix until I got to the end of what they had on Netflix, which isn't bad. If One Piece really burned me. I enjoyed it in the manga until they got to a certain point, and then they did what I consider to be a cardinal sin in storytelling, and that is splitting the party and not telling the viewer what happened. And that it's not a huge spoiler to tell you that the Nakama of One Piece gets split up. They do. The One Piece family, they get, just like every other anime out there, the hero and the underlings and the main character and the not so main leading characters, they get separated. I mean, this has been going on since like 8-Man and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. I mean, even if you want to call it an anime, the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon even did that, right? I mean, so it's not anything that any cartoon or any kind of hero grouping show is immune to. But what normally happens in most shows is they tell you, hey, they split up. This is what happened to all of them. And that's super important to me. I believe that should happen. I believe you should be told what's going on. Look at all these guys coming up to say hi to us.
I am a bear. Cuddly bear attack.
Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? Oh, those people were shooting at me. But One Piece didn't do it. Oh yeah, My Hero Academia is just, it is a rip-roaring, rocking good time. The whole premise is amazing. And if you like My Hero Academia, you should watch Tiger and Bunny. Tiger and Bunny is more of it the same. And what I mean by that is the world has more superheroes than it should. And so they have to deal with a world with superheroes. While we're waiting for the next group to spawn, we'll just grab the shard because we like shards. And we'll see what we can get out of the final hit on this piñata. And there's some mineral powder and some ore. We'll get that.
I am a bear. You are not a bear.
But yeah, Tiger and Bunny was good. My Hero Academia, of course, really amazing. All of the character designs for both those shows are just amazing. Unique characters, unique backstories. Even the creepy characters that are the good guys and the bad guys in My Hero Academia, they all got something. The one that still kind of makes me kind of curious, as like I see them being a villain at some point, is the belly button laser guy. Like I really just can't understand how Blue Exorcist. I watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't got a chance to watch the newest one that come up yet. I'm actually been watching NCIS, just binging the whole entire series, all 17 episodes. Like, that's another thing that's right within my jam, is those kind of shows. NCIS, not just the crime scene, but the reality, ripped from the headlines kind of stuff. We've done this all without having to pop our turrets at all. Our turret's kind of sad at this point. I guess when we get to like the 30-second mark, we'll just pop the turrets in our We'll just throw all the turrets up and just watch it happen. Oh yeah, so this is going to ruin my cred a little bit, and I apologize for that. But I've only been watching My Hero dubbed. I've been reading it, but I don't have a lot of time to read anymore. Like, I'm a multitasker. So being able to read manga like I want to, I just don't have the opportunity to. Oh, they're all going to be gone.
It's getting too dangerous. I have to pull you out now.
So like Lemillion, I've not read any of that arc yet. The last thing I read was right when the three heroes showed up. So basically, where I was reading has now been caught up to the actual anime, which is kind of weird for me. What was the other thing I was looking at here? Let's see. So that's all the actual quest is, guys. That's what I thought. All right, let's open this loop. Yeah, I was actually, before we started streaming this morning, I was reading some stuff about Gravity Falls. There was some stuff going around. Gold's so easy to get right now. I'm just going to look for perkups. There was some rumors going around that Gravity Falls is about to have another season, and it's unfortunately fake. You just watch it subbed in Romanian, but it's subbed in Japanese. Yeah, and if I was able to spend time to read subtitles, I would be so all over that. Because I love hearing the voice actors in the original language. And so... And I've watched a considerable amount of anime to the point to where... Yeah, I can recycle that Jess. I can recycle that Jonesy. Recycle that. What's this one? Oh, one of those. We're going to recycle it too. Survivors manage. Alright, so that's the other mission though. But yeah, so as far as anime goes, it absolutely is one of those things where I would much rather hear the original voice actors. You get some better inflection, and the translation in the native language to your language. From a subtitle perspective, in most cases, you're going to get a bit of a better translation than from an actual intent standpoint than when they actually do a dub. So I much would rather watch it in its native language. But Firestorm, Smoke Screen, Slowing Attacks, we should be good with this. So this is the last of the 3 new missions, and it's Refuel the Home Base. It's a 46. This is going to be the highest level that we've done this in. And we're going to go to our heroes, and we're going to show you what we're running for this one. And for just a brief second, we'll show you what we've been doing with the Joy T-Top. We do have a few things that we'd like to change out to. We'd like to get this to be Fragment Flurry Jets instead. Survivalist is only because it's basically a solo build. So ideally, we'd have Fragment Flurry Jets in our Enterprise and Survivalist out. So we basically will just keep throwing down all of the bears we could. But what's important for this next one is this. Oh, we should have enough to up that. Upgrade inspect, upgrade, increase rarity. There's our flux. Bam. Alright. So this is what's called the gel build or stall build. And this mission here is very, really, really good for that. Recycling is because we really don't need anything else necessarily. Some people are like, oh, you need supercharged traps. No, we're not doing damage to these traps. We're actually not going to be doing any traps in this build, which is going to be kind of weird. But the important things here is our banner, our base MD, lofty architecture, and mega base. We don't need power modulation. So healed, max health every seconds. Allies standing on it, so if we take damage, healed as well. But basically, this whole entire build out, everything we got going here, is to make it to where the base doesn't take any damage or doesn't get damaged, or doesn't get broken or doesn't get destroyed. And this mission here, that's weird. Oh, it's Lakeside. I hate Lakeside. But we're going to run into the highest level zone for us because it's just the way we roll. All right. And again, we're just showing you guys, Turtle Club, how we're able just to go in and solo this, how we're able to roll in here. Like I said, we go in because we're not waiting for groups. We don't have to worry about waiting for a team. We don't have to worry about people ruining all of the time that we just spent on a zone or a mission. We're just going to pop in, do our business, and get out. For these zones, I heavily recommending doing the side quest and Stonewood to get your hoverboard. If you haven't gotten your hoverboard, you absolutely need your hoverboard. It is a must. But this quest here, real simple to just get in, do it, get it done, and get out. It takes about 14 minutes. It's a 20-minute quest, 14 minutes, in, done, finito. I just got to double check as soon as we zone in what the negatives are.
Between you and me, home base is running out of fuel.
Modifiers. Smart screen slowing sex
I've
flyer.
located an area rich in raw blue glow. Find the deposits, place an updated siphon on it, and collect as many tanks as possible.
Oh, good.
Home base needs at least 6 tanks of blue glow to refine to put the fuel back at acceptable levels. But the more we get, the better it'll be for all of us.
So first thing you want to do is you want to clear out all the trash that's nearby.
Small. A big storm is rolling, and I'll have to bring you in before it hits. Each siphon can collect up to 3 tanks, and you'll have to defend it during each filling. You can choose to collect after each tank is completely filled, but doing so will destroy the siphon.
Alright.
Throw the switch to start the siphon. Be ready for visitors.
Okay, so that was a mistake. I make them. Oh, what's that? Oh, seesaws. Cool. I'm still on that daily quest. I forgot about that. All right. Oh, that was me hitting the wrong scroll wheel button. Bam. Okay. Oh, little shielder. Forgot about you. And we're going to take some fire damage because we let the fire dude hit us. Alright. So all we're doing here, the whole entire goal is to slow down the husks. That's the whole kit and caboodle on this build, guys.
That is impossible.
And recycling, again, not super important for this, but if you're going to be doing this a lot,
I'm afraid
it's
not.
just kind of better to have it.
Shan't.
And as I'm not taking the visual cues for when these things are rechargeable,
No. That is impossible.
we're going to hear him say all of his one-liners one too many times.
I'm afraid not. Incorrect.
So it took us just a few minutes to find the actual
That is
location.
impossible.
Not even that. It took us just a few seconds.
I'm afraid not.
Alright, and we can't leave that. Alright, everything looks good there. Looks like we just about got everything upgraded.
Shan't.
And I'm mainly tier 3 upgrading this, not because I need to, but because it's just the added safety. Okay, no worries, Berryfire. We'll be here, we'll be here. Alright, that was just despawn.
I'm afraid
Alright,
not.
so Turtle Club, you'll notice it's basically just a box. It's a ugly box.
Shan't.
No traps. All but upgraded.
Incorrect.
Go to the control panel, start up the thing, put down our banner, and we just stay here. And this is it. That's a exploder. It's fine. If you look, you'll notice that they'll take some hits here, and then the base will re-heal itself in just a few seconds. Every 10 seconds, it heals.
One tank has been
All right.
filled. Do you want to collect the tank or activate the siphon again to fill up the next tank? To collect a full tank, use the valve next to the tank.
So notice the
If
splitters
the siphon
hit
gets
this.
destroyed, you will lose any uncollected tanks.
So we're just going to go here, put that there.
That is impossible.
Shadow lurking.
Shan't.
If it hadn't been for the splitter, we've been ready to go here. Just waiting for this to upgrade. And we don't want to collect tanks because that is not going to be good. We're going to wait just for a brief second for this to finish its little upgrade. There we go. Alright, cool. So we're going to reactivate and risk it. Oh, that needs an upgrade. We missed a piece. Okay, no worries. You'll notice they're coming in from all over. It's a 1 minute thing. They're going to do their best to hit some things. They're going to do the best to hurt some stuff. They're not going to be able to actually do anything to these walls because the loadout we showed. This thing's getting itself healed. It's got lots of damage. Absorbedness is tanky. It's not taking any extra damage from any fire husks that come outside. We can't see anything that's happening because, well, other than the ones that hit, we get a little bit of X-ray view. But that's it. And as long as we don't hear another exploder, we should be fine. See how that's still green? They haven't even gotten in here.
That's 2. Collect them now or risk it all.
We
and
know
go
that
for
our
a
base
third.
heals every 10 seconds, so we're just going to let 10 seconds wind down real quick. And then we're going to fire it up again. And we can actually go right now. Bam. So this is it. You'll notice on our map, we already have a location marked to the east. We're just going to head there right after this. Just going to keep trying to do damage. Seeing they're trying their best to affect the walls, trying to... It's not really even the walls, it's the fact that we made the floors curl up. And so they have to do damage and destroy the floor before they can even get to the walls. And this brick missing is just a graphics bug. 8 seconds left. These are all about to die. Boom. Collect the tanks.
Let's see if we can find another one.
And we just go this way. So they did get a little bit through, but that's fine. And that barely even took our brick. Right over there.
Throw the switch to start the siphon. Be ready for visitors.
Exact same build as before. And over here. Staircase, staircase. Put a hat on it, put a hat on it.
I'm afraid not.
And if any of you guys were actually paying attention to the clock earlier, you'll notice that it only takes 3 minutes to defend this thing when everything goes right. So as long as we have like 4 minutes left on the clock, we should be perfectly fine by the time we get done building this. And again, I said it took like 15 minutes, right?
No. There is danger incoming. Your flame is extinguished, never to be fought.
All these guys should be pretty much about to fall. Right. And anything we can do to basically stall these guys out is all this is about.
Shan't. I'm afraid not. Incorrect. That is impossible. I'm afraid not. Shan't.
You may notice we're getting a little low on our materials. We do have our supply drop. It'll help get a few materials back.
No.
We somehow missed that one.
That is
A few
impossible.
upgrade cycles.
Shan't.
And so, one person is all it takes to defend one of these things. With the right build, with the right construction build,
Incorrect.
you could have 4 constructor players come in here and completely do the whole zone. It would be very easy, very doable, very
No.
simple.
Shan't.
So it looks like everything's been upgraded. I don't see anything missing. We're gonna double check the roof because you always want to double check the roof in case you do something silly like I did.
I'm afraid not.
And we don't have anything to loot, so we're not gonna loot it. All right. And now we're just gonna go in here and spin this thing up. As soon as we get rid of. Actually, we're not even sure these guys care about us. Well, that does though.
That is impossible.
We absolutely care about that. Oh, there we go. Sweet Malachite. Alright. Alright, in we go. Here's the controls. Activate it. Fire it up. Let it do what it's got to do. Oh, looks like we can upgrade that. Might as well. And then, boom. Let our buff hit everything. We always want to buff the first round. And it's mainly for time.
Siphon taking damage.
And that's due to there being screamers,
No.
which is a problem.
Cuss.
Because we didn't clear out the trash.
You shall fall like
So we're gonna do some spawn shopping.
One tank has been filled. Do you want to collect the tank or activate the siphon again to fill up the next tank?
Reactivate.
To collect a full tank, use the valve next to the tanks. If the siphon gets destroyed, you will lose any uncollected tanks.
The only reason why we care about the lotters is because we're doing this without an actual trap build. And so we don't have any anti-airs on top. We could put anti-air traps on top. We could put a better roof on here than what we have. And it would be great. We'd have no problems. They're taking out, I mean, they got 10 seconds left. They can get in here in 10 seconds, they can have at it.
That's two. Collect them now or risk it all and go for a third.
Well, we have to go for the third. And we're gonna blame that mainly on the lobbers. Gotta get this up to tier 3. We could box this in and be possibly okay with it. But I don't want to actually box funnel. It takes way more materials to do that. And oddly enough, it doesn't take more time, but look at that. I mean, look at that clock. We got 4 minutes left. We got 4 minutes left to do a 1 minute thing, so we got like 2.5 minutes. You want to always make sure that you do the reactivate. These things here.
another enemy falls at my hand.
Where's it at? That's why you always want to take care of any of the path mobs. Reactivate. There we go. Reactivate. Just a minute left. That's what I thought. We're going to do a little bit of active repair.
Look out!
Should be fine though. And with the build that we're using, if we decide that things are getting a little too dicey on a certain spot, like over here, we can just do this and get them off the wall for a few seconds. But a minute is such a short time. These husks can hardly do enough damage.
Let's see if we can find another one.
And we're not going to see if we can find another one. What we're going to do is we are going to loot our stuff here. We got the bronze minimum, and if you're coming in to do a quest, that's all you're coming in for, and that's all you should come in for. And then what I do afterwards is I just go about looting all the stuff we need. Finding some malachite. Oh, here we go. We love our Nocturno so much that we made it into malachite. We know we can downshift craft, but when you got Nocturnos, you don't really want to do that. It's a long way down there. But this is the third type of new mission that they have come out for the base game. Now there are a few that are in the Venture Zone. And we got a little bit of time left on today's stream. So we'll probably go into there and do both of those as well. Well, we'll do one for certain. I don't know if we'll do the other one, because the other one's just really what we just did. It's a reskin of what we just did. And instead of it being the blue glow siphons, you just basically have something similar to the siphon, which is called a ghost trap, and you do the same thing. So we're actually just going to be doing this then. Is there any other... Oh wait, what's that? Is that some playground equipment? It sure is.
Great job! You collected enough for us to fill the reserves.
That's not good. And of course, the Windows keys don't work. 1 second here, Turtle Club. Fortnite doesn't do a true full screen mode, so we got to go over to like our third monitor, because the way we have everything laid out. So we go down here, bam. And again, it's not about the loot. It really isn't. Just about getting the quest done and getting the mission rewards. Alright, so the next thing to show off... Oh, quest log. What do we got? Repeatables. Oh, Killer Storms. Yeah, we don't care about that. Map. We're going to go into the Pennsylvania. Because the last thing that we got is what's called Survive the Night. And... we'll go here. 23. Now, Pennsylvania's got this thing called short range, which means the further you are from a husk, the less damage it takes. And it also means the closer you are to a husk, the more damage it takes. It's like a shotgunner's dream. But there is some stuff here that is not so much a shotgunner's dream. We're going to go in with our tanky character, Isa. And it's because she can do some DPS, she can survive a whole lot of hits, and we need to survive a whole lot of hits for this zone. This particular mission, find and eliminate marked takers. The marked takers are brutal. They've got life leech. If you are not a high DPS character like me, I'm not a high DPS person, I don't DPS well, that's Digret thing, then you need to be able to out-tank the tanker. Not an easy thing to do, but we figured some stuff out. We figured some stuff out. All right.
Ghost Boss Survival is coming at you. Clear out the creeps and unhaunt this hotel.
So the whole thing goes through like a haunted ghost busters thing. It's timed, as you may notice. We're going to stop for the silver ore here, because the way this zone works is silver is used to earn weapons. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the hotel. Hotel is a big important part of this mission. There it is. It's actually pretty cool looking. I mean, for what they do with it, Ventures is actually not that bad. There is a survivor somewhere. Alright, here is a weapon choice. It's not going to be better than what we have by any stretch of the imagination. So we see these marked takers on our map. You can see we're not doing like any damage at all. We have a large amount of hit points. Very large amount of hit points. And this thing is chewing through them. A whole super amount of hit points. Oh, that's not good. Alright. We're going to go Constructor, which is our big, huge, tanky thing, and take these two things out. It's the reason why we run with Isa in this mission, is because going Constructor can actually turn the tide of battle for us. You may notice we have to eliminate 2 more of those guys. It is quite nutty.
Thank you.
We are not going to be finding a
I
med
was
kit.
getting worried. I know it's a lot to ask. I really can't leave without it. It's somewhere nearby.
Check your map for the location of the medkit.
And you just saw that correctly. It seriously just one-shot our thing. Our cooldown is close to useless against this. And we can't take 2 of these guys at once. We just can't. Our goal is to outrun this thing until we can actually pop Coin Constructor and then take them out again. That is our current strategy. And we're going to let it take on our thing for a second. Again, we mentioned this is one of the harder ones for us to solo, and it is completely due to our inadequacy as being a DPS person. But we have tricks, we have jokes, we have ways to make this thing not happy with us. And if we can get both of them with us at the same time. Oh, is he munching on Ned? Oh, that one's... just eliminate that thing like super fast with this? Yes, we did. Awesome. That was part of our like last ditch effort. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So, one thing I should mention is the character that we are running. This Isa, her going constructor, and we built it to where her abilities and everything are increased by the amount of hit points she has. We also have it to where she has no shield. You may notice that. No shield Isa, blast from the past. Basically the dinosaurs of Fortnite don't have the super awesome shield. Alright. So we got rid of the marked dudes. The next thing we gotta do is just take out these encampments. They should get us the dinos we need. We're basically going to try to gather them up on us so we can use a blaster to take a lot of them out. Welcome back, Berry Fire. So we're running pretty low on time. We got to go about and kill another, basically 40 husks. Alright. We hear a treasure chest, but we can't really spend time to get to the treasure chest. We really can't spend time to get to that crystal either. As much as we'd like to. Though we can absolutely let these things come after us in or they what they want and just wade through them with going constructor. We just basically tank all the hits. There's not much they can do about it. Unfortunately, when we're going constructor, there's not much we can do for like getting rewards and stuff until it expires.
Just a few minutes left.
And this is where I run into problems with this particular.
Attention! The storm shield is getting
All right,
smaller.
there we go.
Get to the hotel and take cover.
That's what we wanted to hear. Even with this particular cooldown ability, they are beholden to the same restrictions that everything else is. And that is things that are far away don't take as much damage. We really need some of this stuff to come over here and say hi to us. So all we need now is one more husk. It looks like we're going to get it.
Nice job clearing out those husks. Now we just need to live through the night. Ghost Boss bonus objective. Eliminate more husks.
Notice the goal has shifted to 200 husks. We're not going to get that sort of load. Yeah.
We're detecting a big wave incoming. Get ready.
Even with this big wave incoming, I mean, it's not going to happen. It would be nice if it did. And going constructor's about to drop. Yep. You know. And they should all vanish.
I told you there was nothing to be scared about. Congratulations, Ghost Boss.
And that's the mission total club. That's all this zone is go in, kill 100 husks, kill 4 really, really horrifying, tanky things, and we did that over level. We were not under level for that. We were over leveled for that. Hence the reason why it was green versus red, and we still barely made it out. So you can do these zones solo if you've got your character built, if you're good at DPS especially. But I really do recommend bringing a friend or jumping in a public setting. As far as the public mission goes, the ones that are just kill everything, not so bad to do. They could be worse, you know, but they're not that bad. But those are 4 of the new mission types. So we've gone over the changes for the heroes. That was the last stream that we did for Fortnite. This one we've done the 4 new kinds of missions, and the one that's just basically a reskin. And now that that's pretty much a good wrap on that, what we'll be doing starting next Friday, hopefully, if life doesn't throw us any curveballs, is we'll be just kind of hanging out and going through and talking like we always do, having conversations, and just kind of chilling in the world of Fortnite and seeing what all we can get into. Maybe they'll have some new content. We'll show off the new dungeons as well. That's something that we haven't done yet. And that is its own little zone here. And we'll show you here. We've got several of these unlocked. There's time trials, different styles of dungeon. We'll go over the 4 basic dungeons. I'm not sure why melee only was something that they threw in there. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I myself am going to have myself a good night, Turtle Club. I got some responsibility stuff to do today, but not as bad as it was the rest of this week. So that's why we were able to stream today. Tomorrow morning, no stream. Saturdays, kind of, while Digret's gone at the moment, we're taking that time to make sure that we do responsible stuff, so we don't wind up hopefully having a lot of what we did this week. Digrat should be back in October. We're just not sure exactly when. You know, life is what happens when we make other plans, right? But I'm gonna have myself a good night. You all out there in the Turtle Club world, have yourself a good morning, a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner. Ryan, Berryfire, and Shadow, thank you for making this a good stream. Stay safe, Turtle Club. Wash your hands. And thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.